YouTube. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I doubt anyone gonna be in this bitch.
Fuck it.
Fuck, exactly. So we'll give it a few minutes, then go ahead and get started with this.
Do it.
And by the way, it's just gonna be on YouTube because. What up, bro? Lothar, what's going on? Panzu, what up? Oh, y'all still awake?
Real niggas.
Real niggas.
Man, hey, low key, if we short on bodies.
Christian, what's going on, man?
We short on bodies.
Look, which like Seraph's not here. We're trying to wait on JD. He got off work at like at 10. So
what's up, boys? Anybody want to fill in?
I mean, we could do it. If anyone want to fill in, get in on the episode.
Hey, fuck it, bro. Yeah.
Why not? Barely awake. Oh, you ready?
You gotta hit the Discord boss. I don't know nothing about that.
When it comes to Knox, I guess as good as mine, bro. He's supposed to be here last week. Some stuff came up, so I think he lost power or something. But I don't know. That's a JD thing. JD's always the one.
Yeah. Does Khalil know? Is he a webtoon? Or is he webtoon only? With Loki.
I don't know.
Loki, you gotta make sure you guys are webtoon only. Christian was like, I know too much to do that.
Oh, Christian definitely. Yeah, Christian knows too much.
But you welcome anytime, Christian, bro. You welcome anytime.
Christian, we know all the stuff, bro.
For real, you just gotta be as tactful as. I mean, Seraph and JD know too, I guess, right? So.
Hold on, JD low key act like he don't know anything, so it's not. Seraph just get real quiet. Oh, everybody's light novel around here, bro.
Yeah, if y'all could be tactful, bro, y'all could slide, bro. I don't really be tripping.
I got the theories on
like,
deck right now. Wow. Like I got soul leveling halfway figured out.
Let me share this motherfucker out too. What they saying?
Peerless Dad. What is Peerless Dad?
It's a webtoon. I'm hearing a lot of things about it.
Yeah, Panzer was talking about you read it or something.
Nah, I don't think it was recommended to me too.
And Red Storm, I gotta catch over Red Storm, and I gotta reread Red Storm. So
somebody in here?
Not just me and you.
I thought I heard somebody. I'm tripping. Shit, I guess are we gonna get started with JD, or we gonna let somebody in, or what?
Oh, let me go ahead and retweet this. Well, JD gonna be here. He'll get here in a little bit. I don't know. He said it'd take him 20 minutes to get home. That was 50 minutes ago. 50. Might as well go ahead and get started. If you get here, get here. If you don't, you don't.
Fuck it. You gonna do the intro?
Sure.
Do it.
What is going on, people? It's your boy JC, aka Always J Carson here, back with my boy Trent motherfucking Money. You know who the fuck it is, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
Hunter Associates Podcast. It is us two for now. JD might be joining if he gets on later, but right now you rocking with us too. Oh my goodness, Soul Leveling 125 is out. We have reacted. If you have not seen it already, go to both of our channels. The link is down in the description below. watch the reactions, subscribe to your boys. But Trent, how you doing today, man?
Man, good, bro. What about you?
Chilling. The chapter threw me for a loop a little bit. I thought I knew what I was talking about. I thought I was an aficionado. I'm not. I was wrong. I was wrong on a lot of things.
Yeah, I didn't even expect this to happen. Like, I didn't think we were gonna see this now.
124.
Yeah,
I was hyped about 125. My bad. 124. Sorry.
you see my reaction. I was more concerned about the Black Gate.
Right.
But this chapter was wild too. And I also felt like we didn't get we got shit, but we didn't get shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I guess you can call it it was the hypest chapter because I mean, like, when you're reacting to a chapter, you're trying to give the energy, you're trying to, give it the life that you want it to get. But then at the end, like, I was kind of dumbfounded. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't expecting what I saw. But before we get into that, how did you feel about the chapter just in general when you were reading and going through it?
like I said, I was concerned about the Black Gate at first. The Carthenon, bro. I want to also talk about what we were talking about pre-stream, but the Carthenon Temple or whatever. I like the reunion moment, and I was surprised at the fact of like where the magic source was coming from. Though of course it's like, I guess, presence is around the dungeon or is influences over the dungeon. I didn't expect it to come from the I guess you could say like the Reaper holding or the angel or whatever holding
Right.
the rules or whatever, rather than the priest statue that was sitting up at the basically at the head of the temple.
Right. So, like, from the beginning, like, I didn't expect him to have any type of power. Like the guy that is the barrier guy, Orlov, whatever his name was. I expected it to be just a facade. I expected it to not be real. But I mean, he put the barrier around him, and the S rank hunters couldn't move. So
yeah, that was crazy too. That was crazy too.
I mean, like, I thought he was just going to be some sort of fodder, but apparently he got some skill. And we found out that Thomas Andre, at least in the translation I read, it was different than what you read, but was asking for 3.6 trillion. I mean, with a T.
Either way, that seemed like like too much money. Now, like, clearly he could at least put that barrier over it. Now,
Right.
if there were to be a break, could he contain whatever was in there? I still kind of doubt it.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe for a little bit, but two hunters to me still isn't enough. Now, if he could do a whole room with him, I keep referring back to this. If he could basically hit the handle of the Baru level feat and hold, let's say 13 at a time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then I'll be like, okay, we might have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But right now, he was talking big talk. It made me question if he could walk the walk, but I'm not 100% convinced.
I mean, with a wave of the hand, he stopped 2 S-rank hunters like it was nothing. I mean, look, I know everybody in the chat, I know that we all think, oh, well, I'm not sure what's going on. We all think
I accidentally fell out.
that everyone is going to, like, the Japanese hunters aren't like quote unquote fodder, even though Baru did handle them like that. They aren't fodder, right? But they seem like that in the story, and this dude with a wave of a hand stopped everybody. Like, hey, you know what? You can't move unless I tell you to move, right?
Right, that was unexpected.
So I'm saying, I mean, he got some skill, he got some power. I mean, we'll see how to play. Okay, we already know, like, just how the story's going to go. There's going to be a dungeon break. He can't hold that type of dungeon. I mean, like, if you look at the dungeon, it's literally as big as a skyscraper. Like, I know he's strong, he's powerful, but he's not that strong.
Right. I don't think that we've ever seen a dungeon that big, let alone, I mean, I don't know if the severity, but a black dungeon that, like, nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that big. Like, I don't think we've even seen a black dungeon. We've seen a red one, we've seen the blue ones, but a black dungeon seems like something we've never seen before. And then we got something I call it as foreboding, something that's telling the future. So how did you feel about Jin-woo's mom like saying, "Hey, you know what? Are you gonna be okay with this? Should I be worried?" Did you feel like there was something gonna happen with that?
At the time, I didn't until we were kind of talking pre-stream, and you
Mm,
kind of mentioned it. Um, yeah. Now here's the thing. Clearly, I mean, he's the MC, so it ain't gonna. I mean, yes, he may take. Yeah, yeah. You kind of lightly mentioned him possibly getting ready to take the L. Um, Even then, even if he did take an L, it would have to be significant. If it is a precursor,
mm,
it doesn't have to be, but I would assume it would be something to where it was big enough to where his mom and maybe other people outside of just him would know that something was going down. But maybe it also has something to do with the impending, like, you know, I guess you could say probably war or whatever between like all of these like dungeons, and I'm assuming like eventually these are piling up to where there's going to be too many to handle, so we're
uh,
going to get some
there's
breaks.
there's a war coming, and that's not the war I'm talking about because people keep going to my comments talking about war. We'll get to the theories in just a minute. Let's get through the chapter real quick. So, of course, Sun Jin-woo goes to the gate. It is just like at the beginning of the story. It's a lower level gate, and of course, the hunters there are doing like routine going through the gate. They're killing the monsters that are there. But then they get to the Carthenon, with actually Carthenon gate. They don't know what it is. They get there, and then once they get inside, they can't handle what is in there. Just like the beginning of the story, it happens all over again. And Sun Jin-woo
Yeah,
is there, but it's different
yeah. Now, um, kind of what we were saying before stream. Um, I think that, and again, this is under this is when, for the guys who hasn't seen my reaction yet, I was again more concerned about Sung Jin-woo handling what seems to be the bigger threat right now, since the key seems like something that we could do a bit later. Me and JC were basically talking about the fact that even though like, what do you guys think in the chat? The hunters that cleared the gate,
though. Hmm.
clearly the gate was cleared at that point in time. Nobody else was, or no other monsters was in the gate. Obviously, we still have the double dungeon, but it doesn't seem like those things were going to escape out of there. Those were waiting for Sun Jin-woo because he had the key.
Right.
So, like, if they would have just cleared that gate or that dungeon, that the first part, and then left, would that have given Sung Jin-woo enough time to go handle the Black Gate and then come back? You know what I'm saying?
See, the thing about that is what I'm thinking is that the Black Gate is going to be something that he probably can't handle within like, just a day or so. I mean, the thing is huge, number one. And I get that, but like Sung Jin Woo is strong, but is he that strong? And he has like them. So that gate's been open for 3 days, the smaller one. If there's a dungeon break, you're talking about. I'm assuming whatever's inside the double gate gets out.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. I just don't think that those things were like the double gate. Even the first time we
Mm,
entered, it wasn't something that was like an outward threat. You know what I'm
right, right,
saying? It was like it was a threat once you became like, it didn't even, the dungeon didn't even react to anything going on outside of that just until like the person that was not meant to walk in walked in. You know what I'm saying? It still hasn't done anything yet to Sung Jin-woo. So I don't think, like, if they cleared that part and then left, I think the dungeon still would have been chilling because it's basically there for Sung Jin-woo. That's specifically there for Sung Jin-woo because it's locked.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, other than that, there's no, like, unless the dungeon just decided to say fuck it and awaken those statues and have it wreak terror. Um, I think it would just sit there and idle and
Well,
wait for something
like it was
to.
saying, like Jin-woo said that these statues aren't alive. There's something controlling them like a puppet, and he found out what would control him. He said the only thing that's magical power is that angel statue with the rules on it. That's the only thing that have power in that room.
Okay, so now what do you think that is? Do you think that is? Do you think
Ooh,
that's bound? Do you think that's bound still to that temple? Do you think it's bound to that specific angel statue, or do you think it's maybe like a shadow or a
uh,
a something that's like possessing it at the point in time?
all right, okay. So that's getting into the theory territory because I went back and started reading, and I was surprised that I missed some things, and I think it has to do with what's going on now.
Let's hear it.
All right. So all right. Here we go. So after I read the chapter, people in my comments were, trying to give out hints or whatever. So I shut the comments down. I was like, okay, let me just go back and read what happened. So I went back to season 1. The first time we saw the Frost of the Ice Monarch and the Beast Monarch. When they first came in, they first introduced. The first thing they said was, number one is, why is the Shadow Monarch helping the humans? So that's the first thing they said. So I was like, okay, so if they're asking why are they helping the humans, I'm thinking that they're on the same side. So the monarchs as a whole are on the same side, and Jin-woo's not on their side. So they're wondering, why are you helping the humans? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that happens. Everybody who is in that gate after the Jeju Island thing, they're all dead. They're on the ground. They're done for. So the two monarchs leave. And then we have the Miss Selner thing that happens, right?
Right.
So we had the Miss Selner thing that happens, and she gets a look at inside of Jin-woo, and she sees a person inside of Jin-woo, right? She sees that shadowy figure.
Something, yeah.
And I went back and looked at it. It has a face. It has eyes. It doesn't have that much of a body.
Yeah, it just had like I do recall a facial figure ish.
Exactly. So I mean, like the scans I looked at was super clear. Like I said before, like I've looked at the early scans, and you know what, I missed some things. So Miss Selna got scared off, and then we go into season 2 when she explains what she saw. She said that what she saw inside of Jin-woo was not Jin-woo himself. It was something different. It was a shadowy figure. It was darkness itself.
And I guess we didn't really take it literal enough.
Exactly. So it was
we
darkness
took it more
itself.
as far as its power and not what else is prepping him, maybe.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So this just for this theory itself, think about like this Naruto having the nine-tailed fox inside of him. There is something inside of him giving the power that he needs, right?
Right.
Okay, so then she says that normally when she awakens someone, they're getting power from the other side. What is the other side? I don't know what the other side is, but then she says that people who have a brilliant shining light, she calls them kings. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so she calls those people with the brilliant shining light when she goes inside of them and reawakens them again or gives them that power, she calls them kings. So in season 2, we go back to the Frost Monarch again and that other weird looking guy who was at the beginning of season 2. And they say, what are they looking for? They're looking for people with the shards of brilliant light inside of them. So I'm thinking that the nation levels are the people with the brilliant light, and the monarchs are trying to find them.
Yeah.
For what reason I don't know, but it's there.
Maybe we're either looking at it too critical, or maybe there's just this like one of the few flaws of solo leveling, because I think we're kind of if that's the case, then we're just too focused on what it means to be what it is in their society that means to be a nation rank hunter, because at least I've been kind of basing it off the feats, and if it actually is something more, if it is related to the brilliant light, then I definitely get what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, man, I don't know, but like, do you think at that point that the figure that we're now seeing in the temple is evil then, or do you think that it's trying to help or give the humans a side? You know what I'm saying? Is it trying to change Sung Jin-woo, or is it because it would have to know that with no like prep or know anything, if it was going to bestow that power into a human or whatever, like it was probably going to be on the human side.
Well, here's the thing, because when he went to the temple the first time, that statue was there, of course, right? And it gave him what is it now inside Jin-woo now.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So you would think that it would, at that point, did it do it on purpose, like to the point where it wants to basically help?
I think it yes, in the sense of like, I mean, I could be totally wrong on this, but I think I'm not going to call every other monarch a player and it has their own system in front of them that they can see. But I think it's somewhere along those lines. I think it is, at least, because
Hey man, if my bad, bro. If Court, Ember, Hearts, Black Portal, Black Shadows, that don't play with me now. Now, if that's a spoiler, y'all get on his ass now. If that's a spoiler, y'all get on his ass, but don't play with me now.
I don't know.
That sounds intriguing though. If it's not, that's an intriguing theory. But go ahead, JC, bro. My bad.
I don't know about that. I just reading it. I have no idea. That is an intriguing theory, but I think it's basically when it comes from when I went back to the first season and they said that they're asking why is Jin-woo the Shadow Monarch helping humans. I think it's going to be a light versus dark type thing. The Shadow Monarch says when Miss Selner said that she saw darkness itself inside of Jin-woo instead of a brilliant light, and then the monarchs are looking for shards of brilliant light, which were in people because they were looking through people. I think it's a light versus dark thing, and that's why people kept saying war was coming, and I don't know what that means, but at the same time, I'm thinking light versus dark.
So here's the thing: I'm not disagreeing with that. When it comes to Sung Jin-woo, I know motherfuckers in the chat gonna hate, but it's either gonna go one of two ways. He's either going to continue to go against the grain. If that thing is not on our side, he's going to continue to go against the grain and be on the human side, or Evil Woo.
Everybody could Evil Woo.
Evil Woo.
Everybody keeps throwing Evil Woo out there, but the thing about it is that when I think of Evil Woo, like, who's going to stop him? Because as of right now, I mean, only people that are technically on that we have to fight is the nation level hunters, but after that, who is he going to fight? Like, what does he be evil towards?
But see, that's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, if the shadow or if it is a shadow thing that is trying to take over Jin-woo, then he would of course maybe presume his true army instead of this basically ragtag team of actual other monsters that are probably if you got goblin shadows, you fucking around with the goblin monarch nigga or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like you fucking around with his people. That's not his true army, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that either happens to where he gets his own shit and becomes somebody that is fighting the hunters that we know, or maybe he even takes his team, you know what I'm saying? He got his team currently, he gets his new niggas and then continues to fight against the people that were basically the other monarchs in the system itself.
I forgot.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I forgot. It just came to my head again.
No. Speak on it. All
right. So, when I went back, I was reading at the very beginning of season 2. There was
people saying Evil Woo versus Papa Woo, bro.
I see it in the chat. I'm trying to ignore it. I've ignored it because
I know, man. I know Panzer
no
better, so I noticed that they can't be that.
Okay, so at the beginning of season 2, we have the Frost Ice Monarch and that one other person, whoever he is, were talking. And I went back and read the scans that were better translations. They said that the Shadow Monarch was in the east. They realized where Jin-woo was. Then they said that, oh god, what was that? They said the, what do they call those people? The rulers. Oh, they said the rulers are going to unleash something in the south. I can't remember what that guy's name was though. They said the rulers, so they have
now,
monarchs.
What would you call the south then? Would you call that
when I looked at a map at where Korea was, where Virginia was in the south. I mean, you could say Japan is in the south technically of Korea, barely. Yeah. But it said that they're going to release someone or something in the south, which were the rulers. The rulers are going to release this person in the south or this thing in the south.
Do you think it's dragon related or I'm thinking U.S. and whatever they got, whatever else they got.
It could be something like that. But my point is that the rulers and the monarchs are two totally different things. Because the monarchs are what we're seeing, but they're referring to the rulers. I don't know who the rulers are. Who are the rulers? Who are they talking about? Who's ruling over them?
Now, is there you don't think that's maybe just a translation or? That's referred to in the same chapter.
I would thought it'd be a translation thing, but that chapter came out that was like chapter 1 or 2 in season 2, and I don't remember seeing that. And then they said at the same time that they said, do we have to take care of the Shadow Monarch? And they said the architect, if everything goes correctly, the architect will take care of that. And I'm thinking the architect is going to be this double dungeon that he's in. They're expecting that to take care of Jin-woo. And then they're talking about the rulers are going to
Hold on.
Now, I could link you the
Devin Billups said just looked at it and it said the rulers are going to release Legia to the south.
Legia, yeah, that's what it was.
Nigga, what? Lugia, nigga, what?
Legia, you remember? We did a podcast on that one, so it's been forever. But yeah, the rulers, whoever they are, is going to release Legia to the south. So whatever the rulers are, they aren't the same thing that the monarchs are. So the rulers are something totally different. Whatever they are, they're different than the monarchs.
Now, here's the thing. Is that a whole nother, like, we haven't even heard, like, so it's got to be like another political standpoint then, because it can't be, it can't be power based, right? Because, we would have heard of them beyond a nation rank hunter, because right now, even a nation rank hunter is legendary-ish and really unscalable. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what the fuck is a ruler?
Well, here's the thing. Like, monarchs are not in the same realm as the other hunters that we're seeing. Because Miss Seldner said that what she saw inside of Jin-woo is a shadow monarch. So she's used to seeing brilliant light when someone is a king, but she saw a person and she said that was darkness.
Right, she probably is seeing what the original monarch was or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking like whatever it's a Kurama situation, like he got the power and the original Shadow Monarch is inside him. That's what I'm thinking.
Now, do you think that is then, would that be is that the angel thingy then telling him, like, okay, now this is getting a little bit trippy. So, is it the monarch that's inside of him that's giving him like the sheets, basically the spreadsheets?
I think so.
And is that the same thing as what we are facing now in the dungeon?
I think it's kind of like maybe like kind of like a rite of passage type thing, like that double dungeon gave him the power. And then once he reached a certain level, which was a level 100, he got the key. So he said, you found, like, I think in the chapter it said, you finally reached this point, or you finally came back. You're finally here. So I think this is like kind of a rite of passage type thing. He got to a certain level, and now he's saying, hey, if you can defeat me, then you might get some sort of power. You might get, you might be the true Shadow Monarch. I don't know. But it's basically like a video game. So if he wins, he gets whatever power. If he loses, then, it's over. But he's not going to lose, of course, main character type shit. But that's what I'm going with. I think it's a light versus dark situation. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure nation levels are the brilliant light that the monarchs are looking for whatever reason.
No, because then I don't think it would be that hard to find them. At this point,
I don't think they have a way to find it.
They got to be sensing the like they have to. Of course, Sung Jin-woo be moving around like because they slid the Jeju in, or I'm pretty sure it was Jeju and nobody was there, right? Everybody, besides the like the cleanup team, basically,
right?
But what the other guys, they ain't shadow exchanging or shit like that from what we know of. So like even the guy that was, on the boat potentially heading to Jeju, and basically even let's say whatever old dude name is, the American one, they should be able to basically get a general lock on his power if those are the guys that they're looking for. Now, what if they're unrelated to? What if they don't? What if they're unrelated to power? Somebody mentioned what if one of was his sister earlier in the chat. I didn't read that off, but like, what if they're unrelated to power and they're not all like I guess be sort of have some other type of function within this. You know what I'm saying? Or sacrifices or some shit like that.
You talking about which ones you talking about?
Like lights.
Oh well. I'm not saying it's related to power. I just know that they're looking for it. Whatever the light is, for some reason they're looking for it and they're trying to get to it. But the story hasn't given us anything, so I don't know why they're looking for the brilliant light. But I know Miss Selner, the story never gives you. Actually, it always gives you hints. So Miss Selner said, "Hey, the kings, people with brilliant light. Now the monarchs are looking for like shards of brilliant light or fragments of brilliant light." So that's all I got to go off of. But people are talking about in the chat like the next few chapters is gonna be crazy, and I don't know if I can handle it, bro. I don't know what's
So
gonna
here's the
happen.
thing. It's gotta be. I think it's gotta be here to get him hip on the whole situation, maybe, and help him, because I don't see him having a standoff with it. Maybe like I don't know, like not a death battle, because then what does that mean? He loses his ability, or you know what I'm saying, or what? Does that mean he fully takes control, maybe, and no longer is that shadow thing festering in him, or whatever? You know what I'm saying? But for him to basically move past this and keep going in the story, he's obviously whatever goes down in the temple, he's gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? Assuming,
Right.
But yeah. So it's just like, okay, so then how is that going to happen?
So Christian is saying that Miss Selden said that the kings have power that connects to somewhere, which is they said, what they call it, the other side. The kings have power to come from the other side, and Jin-woo had the power inside him. I'm thinking I'm still going with the Naruto Kurama thing. The power is inside Jin-woo, and everybody else
I
is
think
getting their
you're
power
right.
somewhere else.
I do think you're right. So basically, their power is connected from that realm, like to that realm. That obviously people got their powers when the gates came and yada yada yada.
Right.
So their extraordinary power is like with a better connection, I guess, to that side or whatever the fuck.
I'm
But
saying that
like you said, his specifically is
every monarch has that type of thing that Jin-woo has. That's what I'm thinking.
Wait, so you think all of them are level? So are you saying they're all leveling up?
I think so. Like that's what I want to think. I think all the monarchs have the previous monarchs inside of them, and that's where they're getting their powers
So
from.
then Goto wasn't really I guess we wouldn't have known.
Hold on, who?
Or did we already know? Did we know if Goto had ever got that judgment?
Well, no, Goto didn't. What Miss Elner was saying that anybody who had that she called a king, she saw a brilliant light inside of. And Goto, I don't think Goto ever really went to see Miss Elner to get his level up, his power up. That was something that the U.S. had and they used for a bargaining chip. So no, he never did go that far. I think he was just really strong to begin with.
Holly and Christian is talking about how it's hard not to say anything.
Oh, don't do it.
I know, bro. I want to know for real. Gosh,
Stuff that I'm thinking. I'm with the whole light versus dark thing, and when it comes to Jin-woo, like he's supposed to be on the dark side, but he doesn't know anything about that, so he's on the human side. So when it comes to the monarchs and everything like that, he's gonna end up fighting them when he's supposed to be on their side. And that's what we're going with the story. That's what I'm thinking.
I have to. The face is just creepy. I'm wondering what it's gonna say. Now here's the thing. We're gonna cut it like I don't know how long we would cut away from it, but I do think we're gonna cut away from it in the beginning of the next chapter at least.
What do you mean cut away from? Like what? Oh, you're talking about the actual Jin-woo versus whatever statue fight?
Yeah, we won't start off with that.
Do you think there's gonna be an actual fight for Jin-woo? Like, I have the worst feeling in the world that it's gonna like literally off screen that shit.
No, I don't think that.
I have the worst feeling they're gonna off screen that shit. I don't know why I feel like that.
That's the thing. Here's like he clearly
statue.
He showed he was quick enough to beat the only other things that the statue could control. Or I guess you can't say beat, but he was quick enough to at least maneuver around the thing.
Yes, grab that dude back. Yeah, it's like
we don't know if that thing can amplify those things' powers. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's there for a fight. I don't think it's there for a fight.
Everybody keeps saying we're not ready, bro.
I don't think it's there. Maybe it'll test him, maybe.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's there for a real fight.
I think it's technically stronger. Like I don't think that the system is gonna just, it had it gave Jin-woo the power that he has, so it knows what level he's at.
Here's the thing. This is supposed to be something that he's earned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, um, nobody. It didn't necessarily say that this was going to be I can't remember specifically, but I'm pretty sure it's gone over the general basis of the purpose of the key. It didn't say there was like a threat or whatever, or a number of enemies or blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it may not. I don't think it's like it would have attacked them already. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have had a preset to where nobody else but the one who's meant to be come in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Because it
see what
didn't
you're
attack
saying. I'm just trying to give Jin-woo this L to everybody in the chat. Like, I think Jin-woo's gonna take an L, and I'm trying to give it to him in this dungeon. So if that's
them. I don't
why,
think the L is coming
that's
till.
why I keep trying to give Jin-woo. I
I
really
don't
want
think
to
the
take
L
an
is coming
L.
until the big shit pops off. I don't think the L is coming until we either get involved with the other monarch guys that kind of came through those gates or the little portals before.
So we're saying the monarchs are stronger than Jin-woo right now.
It's either going to be to them or to, I guess, depending upon what some of these motherfuckers out here saying, some of these earthlings, some of these nation rank hunters can bang with my nigga Sung Jin-woo. I
That's
don't
what I'm
think so
thinking.
myself.
I'm thinking that's it, man. Like, if the monarchs are,
Unless they jump my nigga, I don't think they. Well, even then, like, okay, maybe he takes an L. Maybe he does take an L in this gate because his powers are restricted. Maybe they get some restricted powers, but I don't think anybody but some other monarchy type level, like those are the only guys that are basically are his level. You know what I'm saying? Like other monarchs, and they gonna jump him regardless. They already traveling together.
that is very true. They are traveling together. But here's the thing. I'm thinking that, like, if the monarchs are taking whatever trouble to search out the things that I think the brilliant lights are basically the nation levels, then they gotta be a threat in some way. So if they're a threat in some way, I gotta think they're somewhat near Jin-woo's level, or maybe stronger at this point in the story. They gotta be. They can't be fodder. They haven't even fought yet. So they gotta be somewhere near Jin-woo's level as of right now. If the monarchs are at least trying to get to him and kill him, they gotta be a threat somewhere.
No, you're right. Christian says, "Come on, Trent Thomas Andre is $36 trillion. Hey, that may be so.
36
But that don't.
trillion.
I mean,
That with a
but here's the
T.
thing. That's the thing. Here's the thing. Before, and that's assuming that Thomas Andre can't like level up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted us again. I think that these guys, even the quote unquote nation rank hunters, the regular hunters, still have a cap. Like I do believe they probably be involved in the war or whatever, because those guys are really tough. But I do think they have a cap. Like, of course, you could be one of the strongest niggas out there and still demand that money. If I was an S plus rank, yeah, for sure, you gotta pay. But that's because don't nobody know nothing about what really is going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody would just really be skipping and trying to hire Sung Jin-woo if they really knew that, like if they knew for a fact that he is continuing to get better and he does not have a limit, rather, and from all we know is, people like Thomas Andre, who's got, gone through all the processes or whatever, as far as the sun or shit or whatever, like they're supposedly, from what we know, at least at their peak. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, whether he's stronger than them now or not, he's going to get past them. And again, I don't think none of them niggas can beat him with his full arsenal. Like, if Sung Jin-woo was out there with no restraints, he's washing he's washing anybody that's not a monarch. Because the other monarchs probably have soldiers and shit like that. Yeah, armies, exactly. So
so
that would make Sung Jin-woo's power. That's the only other thing that would basically make Sung Jin-woo's power irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, basically, when you think about it, so you have Jin-woo, who is the Shadow Monarch, who is this quote unquote the undead / Shadow King. Just like we saw a couple chapters ago when that they went to the dungeon, Baru killed that one thing. He's like, hey, let me talk to the boss real quick, because there's something wrong. We should be fighting each other. And then Baru took his heart out. So Jin-woo, we have to assume Jin-woo is the undead / Shadow Monarch. And then if you have the Ice / Frost Monarch, you got to assume that anything that's within the realm of,
Right.
ice, whatever, he's the king of that. So they
So here's
probably
the
all
thing.
got armies ready, whatever.
What do you think? So basically, what happens? What about this? Now, baby girl from the dungeon. What's old girl name? Uh, you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah,
dungeon
the
girl.
elf girl from.
So now, so she had basically she has her and her father, their kingdom, whatever. They have what we can assume is they have a monarch.
It
You know
was
what I'm
actually
saying?
Baron was the monarch.
Was he their monarch, or was he
Yes,
just maybe one of their general dudes?
I could have swore it said Baron was the monarch of that. He was the king. He was a demon
He
monarch.
was a king, demon king, Baran. He wasn't a monarch.
Demon king. Well, I was saying
Yeah,
like they call kings and monarchs are synonymous.
but I don't think we could say that he was maybe he I don't know if he was
I
monarch
just
level or not. But I'm just saying, what if
Okay, well,
we see her
if you want to
again
answer the
via
question
a
it's in the chat. It's
what is it?
definitely in
What
the
is it?
chat. It was
Oh,
Baron
okay.
was the monarch.
Okay, so basically, so hypothetically, then, Chad, I guess you can confirm this. So let's
They're
say if
all yeah.
Chung Jin Woo had never have handled that, then if they would have broke, we would have seen old girl outside the dungeon. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
and they
Like we
have
would
the kill
see,
all humans thing going for them.
yeah, they would have all of those 100 floors or 1,000 floors, or however many floors there was of demons on Earth, basically.
Right.
Hmm.
So I'm saying
Demon.
like
Hey.
I think they all
Hmm.
have their own quote unquote armies.
So he's mono. I mean, bro. So basically, we also can't confirm. Well, it did take him various trips, I guess you could say. So
Yeah,
he's
it did
not
take
at
them.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't handle it all at once. So at least we know that. So he's not that level. At least not straight up. He can do it, but he's got to take time. They've got to
Yeah.
still be confined to their dungeon.
Right. Except the rest of the monarchs are out free. They're not with their armies, but they're out free making portals and going wherever they want to right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I can't remember if Demon King Baran was that articulate,
Oh,
but he
you're
just
right about
doesn't
that, Chris.
seem to fit the. He didn't have that same vibe as them. I don't know. Maybe we met him too. Maybe we just met him too early for me to
He
be
didn't really talk
considering
that
him.
much in the chapter, so yeah, I don't think he
Yeah.
even said a word to be honest with you. But he had his own army though.
Hmm.
I mean, it was a undead demon army, whatever it was. But he had his own army.
Now, but it says, but the demons didn't have that voice in their heads. They had protect the house in their heads. So, what are they? Just a standby? Like, what are they? Just something from that realm that just ended up there as well by
Well,
chance or whatever? But
back in that chapter, what she said was that they were whatever area they were in, they were transported there, and then they were given a directive to do what they were doing, and
right,
that's all they knew. They didn't know
and
how
that
they
was
got
basically
there.
to live and or will protect their shit because, of course,
Right.
that dungeon wasn't a. If I'm not mistaken, that was a dungeon only accessible by him.
Yeah, so
So
anyone who's they had their own inner feuds or whatever, but
yeah.
anyone who came in the dungeon, they were to kill it.
So does that mean then that because at that point we didn't fear a dungeon break because it was only accessible by him. But is that like a dungeon that would have eventually appeared? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. I
Um,
don't know.
hmm,
Yeah, at this current moment, like I got nothing besides light versus dark. I think the monarchs versus maybe the nation levels. That's what's going to kind of be like until Jin-woo comes in and does what he does. I have no idea what's going on with the double gate as of right now. I'm not sure. I think it's on Jin-woo's side, trying to make him stronger, but I think it's definitely going to be a type of like proving ground. Like, you're going to have to beat me to get to the next level. I think that's what it's going to be. Holly keeps putting the little look up things. All right.
what? Let me hold on. Baron opened up all kinds of gates to summon a demon army.
Okay, yeah. Oh, so
Hmm.
Barry was able to. Oh, so you think about it. During season 2, the beginning of it, how I know. Well, season 1, season 2, they were able to open up portals wherever they wanted to. and move in and out, whatever the one is. They can just literally open a portal to wherever their army is and let them through. So, I mean, that's what they're saying. Oh, I know what the carrots mean. I'm just saying the look up thing. Yeah. So, as of right now, bro, next couple chapters is gonna be fire. Everybody keeps saying in the chat it's gonna be crazy. So, I mean, I guess all the answers or all the questions that we have are gonna be answered in the next couple chapters.
Yeah, we're just gonna see. Hey man, appreciate all the 22 that slid through. Yeah. Because we showed was late. We didn't even know if anybody was gonna come for it.
Super late.
But yeah, y'all some real ones. So
yeah, we will try to have. I think JD works every other weekend at night or something like that. And Seraph will be feeling better next time. He won't just be in the chat. So we'll have him try. Everybody will be here hopefully next week. Hopefully the chapter will be just as great, but y'all keep saying it's going to be. So I can't wait. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. Subscribe to our channels. Join the Discord. We're not doing Twitch today, but yeah, follow Twitch anyways. So for everybody out here, thanks for joining. We are out of here. Next week should be hype. See you guys later.